抓住了，你稳晒这周经。
也决生死。
The film opens quietly in present-day Hong Kong. Hahou Mo, once celebrated as one of the greatest living kung fu masters, surrenders himself to the police after the accidental death of a man during a duel. He accepts responsibility for the incident and is sentenced to 5 years in Stanley Prison. Elsewhere, a team of investigators led by Chief Inspector Look Yuan Sum arrives at the scene of what is believed to be a fatal accident. As the investigation unfolds, careful examination of the body reveals troubling details. What first appeared to be an accident is gradually exposed as a deliberate and carefully arranged killing. Time passes inside the prison. During his sentence, Hahou Mo learns from a television news report that Mok Wing Yan has been killed. The news deeply unsettles him. Desperate to act, he approaches the prison guards and asks to make a phone call to Foshan, but his request is firmly refused. Left with no alternatives, Hahou Mo chooses a more drastic path. Inside the prison walls, he deliberately stirs chaos, using the disturbance as his only means of drawing attention to himself. After his plan finally succeeds, Hahou Mo makes an urgent request to meet Inspector Look Yuan Sum. The meeting is quiet and tense. When they are alone, Hahou Mo reveals that he already knows what the killer will do next. He explains that the murders are not random, that the killer is carefully following a planned mission. Calm but insistent, he asks to be released, claiming he is the only one who can help stop what is coming. Inspector Yuan listens but remains unconvinced. She refuses his request, stating that his reasoning is speculative and lacks proof. As the conversation drags on, Hahou Mo grows increasingly desperate. Finally, he recites 7 names, one by one, warning that each person is next on the killer's schedule. Inspector Yuan shows no reaction. She dismisses the warning and ends the meeting. She quietly orders her team to investigate him more deeply, and to examine every name he mentioned. Not long after the Mok Wing Yan incident, the killer, Feng Yusei, makes his move into Art Expo managed by Tam King Yi. Without hesitation, he approaches a skeleton artifact and strikes it, shattering the stillness of the hall. Then he moves forward and the fight breaks out. The next day the news of Tam King Yi's murder spreads rapidly throughout the town. Inspector Yuan reviews every word Hahou Mo spoke during their previous meeting, carefully analyzing his statements. Acting on her conclusions, she immediately returns to the prison and offers Hahou Mo a chance to cooperate with the police, under strict conditions. He must work under police custody, carry a special document pass, and use a monitored phone. Relying on his instincts about the killer, Hahou Mo directs Inspector Yuan to Mung Kok. However, before they arrive, another tragedy occurs. A third victim is murdered in the same manner, confirming that the same killer is responsible. During the investigation, the killer suddenly appears on a nearby building. Hahou Mo notices him first and immediately gives chase, with police officers following closely behind. The suspect leaps to the next building and manages to escape, disappearing from sight. Hahou Mo is left stranded on a rooftop. Subsequently, he violates the conditions of his temporary release by traveling to Foshan without notifying the authorities. There, he unexpectedly encounters Xin Ying, who reacts by slapping him, expressing the emotional pain and sense of betrayal she suffered when he abandoned her during his imprisonment. Upon returning home, Hahou Mo discovers an Eve swallow concealed inside his locker. Xin Ying explains that the object was given to her by an unidentified individual who visited the school. Although suspicious, Hahou Mo later discloses to her that he is cooperating with the Hong Kong police force under a temporary release arrangement. The following day, Hahou Mo and Xin Ying meet their longtime acquaintance, Tu Fuk Ming, to gain further insight into the meaning of the Eve swallow. To explain that, in earlier times, Eve swallows were symbolic tokens offered to console individuals who had been defeated in combat. During their discussion, it is revealed that the Eve swallow is linked to Feng Yusao. After receiving Feng's last known location, Hahou Mo contacts Inspector Yuan. The police promptly conduct a raid, however, the premises are found to be abandoned. The landlord later reveals that Feng exhibits signs of mental instability and maintains an obsessive training routine, which he carries out daily alongside his wife, who is suffering from terminal cancer. During the investigation, the police discover a message written on a wall declaring the killer's intent to challenge elite martial artists in order to become the undisputed #1. Shortly afterward, while Inspector Yuan and Hahou Mo are having dinner, the killer, Feng Yusao, claims another victim, Hung Yip, at a motor stand. Following the incident, senior official Li Yongcheng contacts Inspector Yuan and pressures her to close the homicide case, citing its prolonged duration. Inspector Yuan refuses and requests an additional 72 hours to continue the investigation. Back at the police station, Inspector Yuan struggles to identify the next lead when she receives a direct call from Feng Yusao, who demands to speak with Hahou Mo. During the call, the police successfully trace the signal and deploy an SDU unit to the location. Upon arrival, the unit discovers the site abandoned, with only a staged phone left behind. Frustrated and increasingly suspicious, Inspector Yuan orders a thorough review of Hahou Mo's phone records from the past 3 years. As the investigation deepens, the team uncovers that Feng Yusao's grandmother once owned a house in Taiyou, which they believe serves as his hideout. Inspector Yuan immediately deploys units to the area. After confirming recent activity at the location, she orders additional forces to maintain surveillance, anticipating Feng Yusao's return. Meanwhile, emotionally overwhelmed by his wife's terminal cancer, Feng Yusao makes the devastating decision to end her life. Seeking closure, he returns to his grandmother's house to bid farewell. Although under police surveillance, he senses danger and disappears from the boat before reaching shore. Further investigation reveals CCTV footage linking Feng Yusao and Hahou Mo, confirming their connection to multiple victims. Confronted with this discovery, Hahou Mo violently assaults Inspector Yuan and escapes custody. At the same time, Xin Ying confronts Feng Yusao in a brutal encounter, warning him to stay away from Hahou Mo. She is seriously injured during the fight, and Hahou Mo arrives to rescue her. Amid the chaos, Feng Yusao reappears and once again attacks Hahou Mo. He successfully escaped, leaving the police premises behind by employing tactics consistent with those of a serial offender. Later, Hahou Mo contacted Inspector Yuan to clarify the circumstances surrounding his suspicious conduct. He asserted that his actions were motivated by a desire to protect Xin Ying, claiming that Feng Yusao intended to kill her. Ultimately, Feng Yusao and Hahou Mo faced each other in a final confrontation. This encounter fulfilled Feng Yusao's long-standing objective, to challenge Hahou Mo and secure his position as the preeminent martial artist. In the final scene, Feng Yusao has the opportunity to kill Hahou Mo but deliberately refrains from doing so. At that moment, Inspector Yuan arrives at the scene and fatally shoots Feng Yusao, bringing the narrative to its conclusion. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and press the like button for more chilling movie clips.